There are things that we experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in a corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us, share your story, share your evidence, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox.
And happy Thursday. This is GhostBox Live. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very, very much for joining in tonight. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. If you're tuning in to see Ane tonight, she's taking the night off, and I expect her to be back next week. But she was gracious enough to let me fill in again for her, which I greatly appreciate. But don't forget, she is on every Tuesday and Thursday. So normally she would be on tonight in this spot right here, and then she'll be back on Tuesday. And if she so desires, I will let her have my Sunday slot, since she's given me both of these this week. So just to let you know, my normal night is on Sunday nights, which is at, well, this is actually old, I guess, because I'm not at 9 p.m. Central. I'm at 10, so forget that. But I am on Sunday nights. So it's just one of these things that I'm just doing this, helping her out tonight. So she'll be back next week. And then I'm just filling in tonight. So as simple as that. So for those of you who don't know and haven't experienced this before, I basically am doing live spirit box session tonight. We're going to see who we can get in. We tried to get in loved ones if we can. If we, there's no guarantees of who we pick up and who we bring in, but we really try to get some very some family members, people who love you and miss you and all that. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what we can come up with, okay? I just wanted to say, before I came in here, I went on a walk and I found a feather. And I don't know how many of you go along with this idea of finding a feather means good luck. It has a lot of meanings to it. I personally do. And so this is quite the feather. I don't know my bird, so I don't know what this belongs to. But I will say, though, that if you want to know, basically a black feather, which is what I call this, is that the angels are protecting your energy for your spiritual awakening. Okay, so there is something really kind of cool about that you can possibly have a spiritual awakening, and that this feather will kind of signify that if you believe in such things, which, as it happens, I do. Now, if you talk to someone like Ane, first thing she'll ask you is when you come across what we call a gift, and this is a gift, just like if you find a penny or any kind of coinage, that's also considered a gift. If you find one, she'll ask you, well, who do you think it's from? Is it from somebody that you resonate with? Is it from a relative that passed? Is it from a spirit guide? And, so when you run across this stuff, I would highly recommend that you think about, like, who might have given this to you? Who might be thinking of you? Who might be trying to get your attention? And I will say that when I did this, when I found this, the first thing that I thought of was not really a person, more that I needed this, that this was meant for me. And I found this, like I said, I'm doing my walk, and I do a 3.5 mile walk a day. So I found this very early in my walk, and it's about 87 degrees outside right now. And I took this and I walked this with me, holding on to the end here, because I didn't want to damage the actual feather by holding on became very sweaty hands. And I just held this for about 3 miles, walking around with it, because I don't have any pockets or anything. And I found this to be very interesting to take it with me. And I was really enjoying the fact that I found this. Like I said, I don't know who gave it to me. It just felt like I needed it and it belonged to me. So, as I did, when you go online and you take a look on Google for like meaning of feathers or found feathers or that sort of thing, you'll find something like this. I stole this. And, it gives all the meanings of what this could possibly be. And it's very helpful. It feels very good to know that there's a reason for these. So That being said, I would like to ask everyone if you wouldn't mind sharing this video tonight, letting people know that I'm on, especially since I'm on a night that I'm normally not on. And why I'm going to do that is because we want to build the intention of who we want to reach tonight, okay? I'm not saying that you give up your energy. That's yours, but you put forward your intention. And when you put forward your intention, what happens is that you get more collaboration and the spirits want to get involved more. That's the way I see it. Everyone has their own way of doing it. I'm not saying one person is more right than the other. This is how I do it. And we've been having some pretty good success with it. So I would request that if you could share this video, let people know that I'm on so that we can share this experience with everybody. Also, I want to say that I have an obelisk going over here. Normally I have in this table over here with a separate camera, I have what I call the mystery table. And on it I have a couple of different devices that go off, hopefully go off, and we get some communication that way. I don't have my other camera set up, so it's not really easy for me to set up. But please know, over here, I do have my REM pod set up. So if that goes off, that would be pretty nice. And then I have an obelisk over here. And you'll just have to trust me that if they go off, that there's a legitimate reason for it. It's not like someone in the background or everything. I'm on this floor by myself. So please know that. But what I found interesting, and one of the things I do every time I come on here, is I give the last 10 minutes or so to crossing over spirits. And this has been something that we've been doing now for a number of months. And the obelisk is going crazy right now. I'm not quite sure if that's because of where it is or if there's truly spirits talking with us. But one of the things that came through was it said crossover near, which I thought was really, really kind of cool, because to me that signifies that spirits are starting to learn that this is what we do. This isn't what I do. This is what we do as a group of us watching and taking part in this. This is not meant just to be me. This is everybody taking part and playing their part if you so desire. So just keep that in mind. Also, I would love to know where you're all from, especially if you haven't been on here before, if this is new to you, if you're watching this on Paranormal Warehouse, if you're watching it from Minnesota GhostBox, whatever, just share with me. Let me know where you're from. I'd love to know. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking part. I'm just going to tell you, if you heard it from my end, that's probably the obelisk going off. And I have the obelisk right over here, and it's been saying a lot of stuff for quite a while now. It went crazy. So, it's just how it goes. So why don't we do this? Why don't we get things moving here? I like to start, and I'm going to move my camera a little bit so I can rest my hand or my arm so you can see what I'm doing here, okay? I like to start with some pendulum use. Okay, I'm just going to move my arm again, and I'm going to start from it being still because I'm kind of moving it around, and I apologize. Can you show me yes, please? Moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Can you show me no, please? It's going to a right to left circular motion. All right. This is just letting spirits know that we want to contact with you tonight. We have a lot of people who have loved ones here who would like to talk with you. Would you consider talking to us tonight, especially with your loved ones here? If your loved one is not here, you are more than welcome to come talk with us. We would really love to hear from you. Please know that we only want to speak to spirits of love and above, love and light. We don't want any spirits that have ill intention. We're not here to exploit you. We're not here to as thinking you as a dog and pony show. We're here for legitimate communication with loved ones or just to hear your voice. Any spirit that needs to be crossed over, we will be doing so later too. So please consider talking with us. We appreciate it. And we're going to get started. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So For those of you who have not seen me before, we're going to do Spirit Box. We're going to be using the mass-produced SB7. It's one of my favorites. When I do my show on Sunday at the regular time slot, I will be using a different Spirit Box. It's going to be called the Phasma Box. It's actually an app. And that's going to be a very different sort of communication way of doing things. And I haven't used it in a long time. So it's very interesting. We'll talk more about it Sunday. But tonight we're going to use the SB7. I have my recording device. As always, you want to have your recording device so that you can talk with, you can record it, go back. As they say, you really only pick up about 10% of what's being said on the Spirit Box. And that's why you got to record it. So you can go back and you can listen to it and you can really, get what's being said. There's a lot of stuff in there that gets said that is really hard to hear. Very dry after my walk today. It's very hot out there. Not hot as other places, but so the SB7 is very loud. It has a lot of white noise. A lot of people don't like to hear from it because basically what happens is that it's white noise that creates the energy, the going through the frequencies, whatnot. And it makes it's very loud. But what I like about it personally is I feel like you have your white noise and then you have the responses over top. And to me, that makes it very easy actually to hear responses, especially when you're getting good ones. We've been using the SB7, this mass-produced box, which happens to be the very first piece of paranormal equipment I ever owned. We have been using this for about 2 months now, and we've had some really good responses. So I'm just going to use it tonight. We're going to move to the Phasma box on Sunday. But if that's not working, we'll come back to this. So we're going to turn it on. First, going to turn on the speaker. Turn on Spirit Box. And if you can't hear it, let me know. I certainly can hear it. Reverse sweep at the fastest rate. Hello. Maybe turn on the recorder. We're just curious who's here with us tonight. Were you with me the other day when I was here talking to spirits? Any spirits that were here a couple days ago? If you're talking about me, I am an investigator. I am also an empath. So even though I'm not going to be doing readings such as Ane would, I'm certainly picking up energies and I'm picking up stuff that that may be spirits around me or whatever. So that hopefully that answers your question. You kind of got to let it kind of get going here. Welcome, Brandy. Thank you for joining us. Could whoever left this for me, could you come through for me, please? Almost sound like I heard a can't. Is that true that you can't? I don't have any questions per se, but if you left this for me, could you have like the REM pod go off over there or something, please? So behind me. I'm sorry, Zan. They can be. But also, a lot of us have found that they've had very good communication. Hey, Tony. Bye. All right. If whoever left this for me wants to say something at some point, you're then more than welcome to. And spirits, remember, please, I know that there's probably a lot of you wanting to talk at once, but if you could make it in a way that it's one at a time or it's the best that could be, because we have a lot of people here who would love to hear from their loved ones and would love to be able to hear from them, okay? All right. Let's get at it. Let's see what we can do. Once again, as I always say, there's no guarantee of response. A lot of stuff coming through. All right, Michelle. We'll do our best, okay? Michelle's grandma Norma. Grandma Norma, are you here? Yeah? Did you hear that, Michelle? Yeah? Let's see here. Norma, could you say Michelle's name, please? Norma, are you able to say anything to us tonight? Got a quiet hello. Got a yeah. If you are able to talk with us, please come through at some point and please say your granddaughter's name, okay? I do want to address something real fast, and I appreciate the different viewpoints. I really do. The thing is that when you're making facts about they love it quiet, that's when they come out the best. You make it sound like that they're against something like this, and that is not true at all. They're talking even when I'm trying to talk. This is a way for people to hear their loved one's voice and not necessarily channeled through another person. Like I said, I'm not knocking you just like you're not knocking me, but I do feel I need to address this because we get a lot of success actually through this, and we make a lot of people feel good about hearing from their mom, hearing from their grandmother, hearing from their friend. So, I just want to point that out, okay? Thank you for the comment, though. I appreciate it. Now, I will get to people as best as I can, as quickly as I can. If it looks like I'm skipping, it's only because of the feed and everything, so I do apologize for that, okay? We'll try to get to everyone as best as I can, okay? Tony Ann, you want us to see about your grandmother, Lucille, who passed the same month that you became pregnant.
Yeah.
Yes. We'll get back to, just so you know, there's a lot of people here who believe that they have got the proof. This is my last word on the subject, just so you know. We have a lot of people leaving here feeling really good about who they talk to and whatnot. And, you know, it's okay to be a skeptic, but just so you know, there's a lot of people here who find these things to work pretty well for them. And I know that not everyone's a big fan of the spirit box, but I stand behind it 100%. Just as I stand behind mediums and tarot card readers and anyone who can speak to spirits, that it's a wide spectrum for a lot of people to believe a lot of things. And I believe that the more closed your mind is, the less you're able to communicate. Thanks. All right, Lucille. Lucille, if you're here, could you say Tony's name, please? All the time. That's why you got to record it, because if you go back and you listen to it, you might hear the stuff that you're actually trying to listen to. Unfortunately, it doesn't come through as strong as we would like it to come through. It's not like hearing me talk right now. Sometimes we get something. We got some really strong ones on Tuesday. Tonight is very slow starting up. And so that's why I'm asking that everyone keep their intention going. Not their energy, but their intention. Keep it going. If you want to hear from a loved one, you just got to keep it going, okay? But don't do anything that stops you from being safe. So, and that's fair. I'm glad you're here. I hope that there's something that is nice for you here. Tonight we seem to be getting lots of bits and pieces, but it's a little slow. Sometimes it will take. Sometimes I find it takes about 20 minutes for this thing to start really bringing in folks. You know, you never know what you're going to get. Certain nights you get more, other nights you get less. You know, let's see, who wrote this? Andy. Whoops. Andy, sounds busy tonight, restless spirits. That's a good question. Spirits, are you excited to talk to us? It's kind of seems like a lot of people coming through a doorway at once. Because it seems like, to your point, Andy, it feels like that there is a lot of bits and pieces coming through. Someone asked me what's in my hand. This is a spirit box. It's a spirit box, and it's a radio, and then it's a speaker. So, you know, and one of the things that I look for is when we're getting communication, I kind of watch to see where we're on the dial, because if it's the same spot every time you're on the dial, that means that sorry, I just got I have to share this from the person who actually should be on tonight. My name just came through, actually. Oh, thank you. I know, you know what, we all have space here to be doing things our own way. I just ask that everyone is respectful, like Ane just did, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Ane. Ane will be back next week and get your one question readings. That's for sure. Also, well, I'll talk more about Ane in a second. All right, Zan. I would like to know who or what's been active in my house for the past 2 to 3 weeks. So, hi. Did you get that? Hi. It's a very different voice. Did you get that? It was a lower voice. And please, folks, don't think that because it's lower that it's evil. Okay? It's not evil. It's just a lower voice. Or is it? No, it is. Whoever's been in Zan's house the last 2 to 3 weeks, can you say hello to us, please? Got a hi. Zan, so are you looking for me to ask for a name to see if we can possibly get a name coming through? Could we get the name of the spirit that has been in Zan's house for the last 2 to 3 weeks? Could we get a name, please? I thought I heard the name Michael just now. Some people have heard the name Hunter come through. I also heard a woman say run away on the spirit box. Did you hear that? Very quickly, run away or go away. You get that quite a bit too. Now, did I hear the name Michael? Did that come through? Michael, if that's you, if your name came through, can you say hi to us, please? Quiet. Spirits, you're trying to talk to us as I talk over you. You try to talk to us, but I need you to put more energy forward. You can take the energy from the electronic equipment that's all around me, okay? But I need you to, Stacy, I need you to be louder and clearer if you possibly can. I'm not sure. Zan, does the name Michael mean anything to you?
No.
I get digital records in terms of recording. I'm recording it. We have various devices set up around me right now. I have an EMF detector. I have an Ovilus. There isn't anything attached to the device itself. Let me find. Because a lot of people have come through. Andy, did you ever share your wife's name with us? Do you want us to try? All right, Denise. You know, I saw that on your Facebook page about Nate. Nate, Denise wants to know if you are here, if you could say hi to her. It was your birthday, wasn't it? A couple days ago? Happy birthday. I don't know how much that means now, but you're always thought of. Do you know that? Possibly an I do. I don't know. Nate, are you able to say your name for Denise? Or Denise's name?
What?
Yeah, I was getting those too. Kind of hard because they're not coming through that clear tonight, are they? Hey, Russ. Long time no talk. We should catch up sometime. Good to see you. Yeah, good. So I'm not completely crazy. All right, Stacy. You were very patient last on Tuesday, and you came up quite a bit asking for your brother. You know, I need your intention for this because we're not getting a lot of responses tonight. Okay. Kevin, your sister Stacy wants to reach out to you. Wants to hear your voice. Are you able to say hi to her? You know, Kevin reaches out to you all the time, doesn't he? So he's right now saying that he's reaching out to you all the time, but we'd like to hear you. We'd like to hear you on the box. You know, Kevin, if you could just say hi to Stacy or even just say her name, I know that she'd feel a lot better. Is it my feather? Is that what's causing all the trouble? We can move it over here. The table of mystery. Oh, by the way, I got some new holy water over the past week. I'm pretty excited about that. And more holy water, which I'm excited about. And as a gift, even more holy water. So I feel like I'm pretty good for a while. You know, Stacy, he might be. The thing is, let's try Sunday. If you come back Sunday, let's try again. Let's see what we can do. You know, as I've seen other people are saying, and thank you for saying this, when I said they're not speaking as much, Nancy was here Tuesday, and Tuesday was a pretty active night. It was pretty crazy, actually. It was really good. Thanks, Russ. You should come back when they actually talk to us. I find this interesting, David. Who knows? I mean, you're sensing it. I certainly wouldn't argue with you about it. It's upstairs. I got a thing of holy water this big at a famous church in Virginia City for Virginia City Paracon. Unfortunately, the experience was kind of ruined because I kind of yelled at the woman who was selling it to me. If I can't be nice in church, where can I be nice? So ridiculous. I didn't think you meant goal. It's literally about this big. I can use it as an eyedropper. I won't. Don't worry. But I could. I could if I wanted to. You thought you heard Nate, Don? When I was blabbering about holy water? Here's an interesting fact, you two, that no one's going to care about, including you. The very first time I used a spirit box, which was actually this box right here, first time I ever did anything paranormal, the first thing that ever came out of the spirit box was the name Nate. True story. Lori, are you saying the name Nate came out, or Nate as in Nate Greg listen to what's actually being said? All right, since we're going off the rails here, only because I felt that she was being unfair to a friend of mine who couldn't wear a mask. And there was legit reason. She did her best. She was getting faint. And I just, because of her nonchalant reaction to everything, it kind of made me unhappy. We all made up at the end. We're all Christian again at the end of the day. So anyway, enough of that. Someone would call this a squirrel moment, actually. Let's see here. Do you notice, though, we're not getting a ton of activity that I'm not talking with them. Let's try this again. Spirits, you still with us? We still want to talk with you, okay? We kind of went off on a tangent, but you are front and center in what we want to do. Come on. Can I get a number of how many spirits are in this room with me right now? Stop. It said stop and it stopped. Wow. Let's try this again. Oh, good. You weren't scolding me then. Now, why would you say that? I don't believe that anyone is responsible for stopping spirit from talking with us. So you're good. And if they don't want to talk because you're here, that's their problem, not ours, right? Jenny, did you have a question? I thought you might have. Let me go and see what you have here. spirits, if you want to talk while I'm looking, feel free. If there's a name of someone that is a loved one of yours that is watching, please say it. All right, Nancy. Let's see what we can do. I'm so sorry for your loss, for your Uncle Richard. If I'm not mistaken, Nancy, did we talk about this on Tuesday, that Richard's name came through the spirit box? No one was able to say goodbye. My dad is lost. It's been hard for everyone in our family. I am so sorry for your loss. That is not easy by any stretch of imagination. And I don't know how Richard passed. I don't know if it was COVID, if he was in a hospital that no one's allowed into. I'm hearing that more and more, or if it was something more. Richard, was that you? Uncle Richard, are you here? Are you able to talk to Nancy for a little bit? Boy, they miss you. I'm sure you know that. Now, spirits, if I'm calling for somebody and they're not able to talk or whatever, could you allow them to talk, please? There you go. You just said, there you go. Richard, are you here? Uncle Richard? You know what that sounded like, honestly? It sounded like someone just said, I'm busy. I don't know if that's the case or not. Uncle Richard, are you busy? Are you too busy to say hello to your niece? Feel free to talk. Feel free to say what you need to say. Well, that would be good. I know that I heard Richard's name very, very clear on Tuesday. And if I remember correctly, Nancy, I seem to recall that you brought it up too at that point or afterwards. See, now we're starting to get the responses. Got a name. It sounds like Jody. Is there Jody here? You know, some of the other people that we've been trying to reach earlier, like Lucille. Lucille, have you been able to come here? Tony, did you hear your name? Yeah. I got that too, Jill. I got that too. Good. Good, because we're not having a lot of successes tonight. We're having a couple, but and they're not as clear. Really, I thought I heard Jody's name. Jody, are you here? Do you know that Maria is here? And that's a fair point too. That's the problem. Sometimes it's not as clear as we would like it to be. So you could be right, and I could be completely off base. How about this? Could you say it? Could you say it again? If Were you here for, did you say Jody? Did you say Tony? Could you say it again for us, please? That sounded like my name. And I never like doing that. I never like talking about myself because this isn't about me. I agree with that, Tony. I really do. In some ways, I don't even want to, step on that because I don't want to ruin something that's personal and beautiful to someone else, So, oh, good. Did someone mention my name? Same voice, yes. Who are you?
Peter.
You're talking a little too quickly for me, but you're answering me. You've got two responses, male, female. Are you related to me? You have a message for me. Thought I heard Chris. I thought I heard nice. All right, let me do one more before we start. Before we want to. Before we try to cross over anybody. There's a couple questions here I do want to answer at the end. Right? I mean, that's the thing. It could, like Tony said, it's like, it could be, if it's meant for us, we're going to hear what we need to hear. And that may not be concrete for a lot of people. I know that other people want more than that. And I respect that. But if you're to get a message, at the end of the day, if it makes you feel good, what is the harm in that? Because if you heard it the way you heard it, that means it was meant for you. And I don't mean to be talking in the land of make-believe or fairy tales or, everyone happily lives ever after, but sometimes we just need that. We need to have that response that makes it worthwhile for us, that keeps us going in some respect, right? Unless my phone stops my speaker and it stops us and keep going. Thankfully, my work phone is having a lot of emails come through, which makes it great. I'm sure a lot of you are like, why don't you turn off your phone? I get it. All right, why don't we do this? Do you have any spirits with us that need to be crossed over? I do. I do. I do. Okay. This is where I ask for everyone to help, especially any spirits that we talked to tonight. And like Nate, Lucille, Kevin, any of you. Kevin, I wonder if you've crossed or not. And everyone's hearing what I'm hearing. That's good.
Thanks.
Any spirit who wants to cross over, we're going to help you with that right now, okay? But you have to listen to us. Everyone on Facebook who's watching me right now, this is not me just doing this. I request that everyone put forward their intention to help us cross over. All spirits that want to come over, this is their moment to be able to do what they want to do, what they've been waiting for, what they've been unsure of doing. Let's do this. All right, spirits, here we go.
Oh.
There's a light that we've opened up for you, okay? This light is open small and it gets bigger. Yep. Do you see it? Do you see the light? You just walk towards it. I do not care what you've done in your life. Do not feel like you don't deserve to go. There's nothing bad waiting for you on the other side. There will be loved ones waiting to help you. It's time for you to cross. They've been waiting. It's time for you to go, okay? Nate, Lucille, Kevin, and everyone else I spoke to, if you have not crossed, this is your opportunity to do so. You can always come back and visit, but this is your time to go, okay? Okay. Have you crossed? Are you there? Can you please give me just some kind of acknowledgement, some way that you are there, please? Okay. Remember, if you haven't crossed yet, okay, if you haven't crossed yet, there's nothing bad waiting for you. Okay? You are loved by all of us, and it's time for you to rejoin your loved ones, okay? Anyone who hasn't crossed yet? You just keep, you can see the light. Don't be afraid. And just go, okay? Okay. You're there. Okay, I'm here. I'm here, it said. Here we go. With that, I end my session. Spirits, thank you very much for talking with us. We appreciate it, even though I complained that you weren't that loud. Please know, any communication that you give us is beautiful and we appreciate it. I shut this session down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, spirits. Appreciate it. With that, thank you all very much. And others are still hearing here and everything, and I appreciate it very much. Before we go, remember, we're shutting the door on this session. And what that means is that we tell the spirits you are no longer allowed to talk with us unless you are like a relative, member of family, a close friend. But do not, if you do not know us, do not take our energy, do not attach yourself to us, do not bother us. We will open this door again for you to come talk with us, but right now, please do not do it. We're asking that this session's over and that there is nothing more to do. So with that being said, real fast, I don't have my normal time because I'm stuck to my hour tonight, which is fair. There's a question that I wanted to get to real fast. basically, for those who've joined me a little bit later, it's a spirit box, the radio. It scans through radio frequencies at a very fast rate. So in theory, you should not get any radio signals coming through. My belief is that the energy used from this allows spirits to talk with us. And sometimes we have really good success. Tonight wasn't as good, but they started to get going. If we could go for another half an hour, I think we would have some really amazing stuff. But honestly, I don't want to be one of those people who can't enjoy a good night, because we did talk to some good spirits, and you know, just enjoy it, you know. So let me think here real fast. I am back. First of all, moving around here. Guess who's back on Tuesday? Ane will be back for her one-question readings Tuesday and Thursday nights. So if you missed her, which I'm sure you all have, she'll be back and you'll be able to enjoy the one-question readings. Like I always say, I'm a poor substitute for Ane, but I greatly enjoy being able to take the time when she's not able to do so. She'll be back on 8 p.m. Central, Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Please make sure that you go like her Facebook page, Tarot by Ane. And if you want a private reading from her, go to ane.org. Make sure that you get that scheduled. As for myself, I am, first of all, if you want to follow me on Facebook, I have a Minnesota GhostBox Facebook page, also Parafriends Events. You could also just friend me on Facebook, Greg Bakun. You can go to mn-ghostbox.org to listen to my old radio shows. You could also hear some spirit box evidence that I've done. If you need consultation of any kind, I'm more than happy to help with that also. Let me think. Ovilus has not gone off a whole lot. I am back on here Sunday, as far as I know. I'm back on Sunday, 10 p.m. Central Time. I have normally go for an hour 15 to hour and a half on Sundays, so it's a lot of fun. You know, Zan, just follow me on Facebook, Greg Bakun, and you can definitely see what I'm up to. It's on the screen. Well, it's not anymore, but it's on the screen, Bakun. I had to look to see how you spell it. So with that, you know, thank you all very much. Thank you all for joining in with your intention and taking part in this. I don't do this alone. I do this with all of you. And have a great week. I will see you Sunday, and we will try this again. And this is kind of the great experiment. How much can we do, and who can we talk to? And we will talk later. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will talk to you Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.